With the latest reports that the Redskins might be looking to move up to the Jets' selection to draft Dwayne Haskins, it seems like a good time for another draft scenario. Using on-the-clock premium, I made a trade to get up to the third spot at a hefty price. I know many may balk at the price: 15th, 46th, 153rd this year, and a first next year, but that is a realistic offer to move up that high. While we can debate whether or not Haskins is worth that type of move up, this is the scenario I went with going in. Follow along with the entire draft here. https://fanspeak.com/on-the-clock/sharedraft.php?D =PZGMTD3 QB Dwayne Haskins, Ohio State. Haskins for me is the top QB in this class and a guy with a chance to be a top 10 QB in a year or two. If the Redskins have a shot at him, he's worth trading up for even at this price. It's not cheap. Finding a starting caliber QB, and landing one with the upside of Haskins, is typically very expensive, and usually not even available. He's only had 1 year as a starter, so expect growing pains, but Haskins can be the Redskins' franchise QB going forward. 76G Chris Lindstrom, Boston College. Lindstrom is a plug-and-play guard for me and should solve the Redskins' LG woes as soon as they select him. Lindstrom is highly athletically gifted and would give the Redskins probably the most athletically talented LT. Screens to that side could be devastating, as both players can get down the field quickly and make blocks. Lindstrom is a better pass blocker than run blocker at this point, but he answered some questions about how functional his power and anchor were with a really strong Senior Bowl week. He's pretty technically sound and really only could use some more strength to his profile. 110 Darnell Savage Jr. Maryland. Savage is an undersized safety, but he's got impressive athletic ability and really strong coverage skills. He's a really good complement to Landon Collins and can fill the free safety role for the Redskins. His lack of size will put him at a disadvantage versus some bigger receivers, but he has the speed to run with anyone. He is a late 3rd, 4th round talent and a guy who can contribute early. He should push Nicholson for the starting role as a rookie, and the Redskins could even find ways where all three safeties are on the field together. 149 WR Terry McLaurin, Ohio State. Trading back allowed the Redskins to get back an early 5th in this simulation, and here they add one of my favorite 4th round targets, so good value here, in McLaurin. He was overshadowed some by Paris Campbell at Ohio State, but he put up impressive numbers in his own right the past 2 seasons, with a combined 1,137 yards and 17 TDs. McLaurin really showed he's more than a big play receiver with a very strong Senior Bowl week, and followed it up with an impressive athletic showing at the Combine. At the Senior Bowl he was a really impressive route runner and showed pretty hands as well. There is some starting potential here, and it doesn't hurt that it's a familiar face for Haskins. 173 Edge Jalen Jelks, Oregon. Jelks moved around a lot at Oregon and wasn't used as a traditional edge, where he will primarily deployed at the next level. He has impressive length and on tape shows nice bend and ability to get around the edge when he had the opportunity. His combine numbers weren't great, but there is a little upside here as a day 3 player. He obviously won't compete for a starting role, but he could develop into a solid number 3 edge player. 206 Trayvon Wesco, West Virginia. Wesco, after a solid Senior Bowl and Combine, should be in the mix for a late day 3 pick. He's shown some passing game potential, but his main value is his blocking and special teams ability. Wesco is a devastating blocker and can be used as a hybrid inline Tay and FB. The Redskins seem to have some interest in this type of Tay, as their top 3 don't really fill this area. Wesco also made a name for himself on special teams and could be an immediate help to the team in that area. 227 Nate Davis, UNC Charlotte. Davis has both guard and tackle experience, but profiles best inside at the next level. He is a bit of a raw talent overall, but he should be able to make the team as a rookie. Davis held up well Senior Bowl week, and showed that there could be some developmental potential down the road. He plays with good power and decent athleticism, but his technique needs work. Still, as a late day 3 pick, this should be a nice cheap backup option for the Redskins. 253, CB Mark Fields. Clemson. Fields wasn't even a full starter at Clemson, but he's starting to build some buzz in draft circles after a solid Senior Bowl weekend combine. Fields profiles best as a nickel corner, and if he develops enough to carve out a playing time role, that is where it will likely be. He's on the smaller side, but can still fill in outside if need be. Fields is highly athletic and showed sub 4.4 speed at the combine. He should early in his career be a key special teams player with some upside to develop with more experience. Overview. Look, this is an expensive move up, and ideally the Redskins could wait till a little later to move up at a lower cost. The reality is, though, if you want a franchise QB, you have to be prepared to pay the price for one. Moving into the top 5 of the draft is going to cost a lot, and it's unlikely the Jets would consider this without next year's first-round pick attached. As we've seen, though, trading a haul of picks for a QB doesn't have to set your team back. Both the Eagles and Rams gave up a lot of capital to move up for Wentz and Goff, and they have been the NFC's Super Bowl representative the past 2 seasons. As for the rest of this class, one do believe Lindstrom is a day 1 starting guard with the chance to be pretty special. Savage should play a significant amount, if not become a full-time starter. McLaurin, I think, could contribute as a rookie and might even develop to take a starting role from Josh Doctson in 2020. Beyond that, it's mainly depth and special teams players, but that is not bad for day 3 picks.